We believe that this company is not ours, but we are stewards of it because God has blessed us with it, and we are called to operate it according to biblical principles. That's what we believe, and we cannot do otherwise.
That was the president of Hobby Lobby, which, as you know, has been arguing to the Supreme Court that the company's owners are morally opposed to providing contraception coverage in the employees' health care plans. But Molly Redden of Mother Jones has found, quote, this is from her report, documents filed with the Department of Labor and dated December 2012, 3 months after the company's owners filed their lawsuit, show that the Hobby Lobby 401k employee retirement plan held more than $73 million in mutual funds with investments in companies that produce emergency contraceptive pills, intrauterine devices, and drugs commonly used in abortions. Several of the mutual funds in Hobby Lobby's retirement plan have stock holdings in companies that manufacture the specific drugs and devices that the Green family has told the Supreme Court they do not want to include in their employees' health care plan. Joining me now, the author of this extraordinary article, Molly Redden, staff writer from Mother Jones. Molly, I really am surprised because there are investment counselors out there who can guide you if you want them to avoid these kinds of stock holdings.
There are, and you know, Mother Jones reporters are not in the habit of looking into the 401k funds of companies that are in the news. We thought it was appropriate with Hobby Lobby because Hobby Lobby was so offended by the notion that their employee health care plans might one day cover emergency contraception for one of their thousands of female employees that they went all the way to the Supreme Court. And so that being the case, you know, there are a lot of steps between the Greens' money, the people who own Hobby Lobby, and their employee at the drugstore counter. And so we felt it was fair to point out that even though there are a lot of steps between Hobby Lobby making a donation, making a matching donation to their employees' 401k, the employee choosing a mutual fund, the mutual fund having hundreds of holdings, and making investments in this. Well, when we say investments, buying stock in some of these companies, that's a lot of steps, but sort of the same number of steps between, sort of.
Well, Molly, I think it's even closer because the truth of the matter is that most of the users of their health care plan, most of them would not use the actual contraceptive products that they're opposed to. There's another 16 contraceptive products that they're okay with, but the specific ones they are morally opposed to invest in those products for profit, to me, is a much more direct moral connection to those products than the theoretical possibility of them being used in a healthcare plan. Did the Supreme Court hear about this? Because this sounds directly relevant to the case.
They didn't, and in fact, the Supreme Court, neither side, neither the government nor the Greens, asked the justices to weigh the sincerity of the Greens' religious beliefs, and I think that's a good thing. We don't want judges weighing in on how sincere they feel people's beliefs are. But I do want to point out that the Greens argued before the Supreme Court that the emergency contraceptives that they're trying to expel from their employees' health care plans, they say that they cause abortions, and they don't. Ella and Plan B don't cause abortions. But some of the pharmaceutical products that some of these companies in the 401k holdings, they actually do make drugs that are meant to be used in abortions.
And they are, and Hobby Lobby are invested in those drugs also.
Invested is a strong word. As we said, there are a couple of steps, but yes, that's in the holdings. Hobby Lobby didn't respond to my requests for comment, by the way, but I'll be interested if they do at any point to other reporters' questions and see if they have made changes and if they feel that this is a contradiction.
Well, I think the plaintiff's actions in this area would be relevant to the argument they're making in the healthcare area, and you can raise this without getting into the legitimacy of their religious beliefs. But they're talking about the application of those beliefs, and if you show an inconsistent pattern, it seems to be relevant to me. Molly Redden, thank you for this extraordinary report. Thanks for joining us tonight.